In the spring of 2013 section, there's a Montreal-Boston game, and we're in the Montreal locker room along with Shane and his teammates. And they talk about how the Montreal fans are burning an effigy of Ilya outside the stadium. This is the type of thing that you definitely would see in this fandom. These two players who have been pitted against each other from the very beginning, are the best in the league, and are these bitter rivals, are absolutely going to have teams that have such a level of hatred for the other team and the other player that it feels almost inescapable. And I think one of the cool parts about that in this 2-year period where you're essentially seeing Shane resist the urge to actually meet up with Ilya, to hook up with Ilya, to fall any deeper into this thing that he's doing with Ilya at this time, is the fact that no matter what these two guys do, even though they're actually only crossing paths a couple of times a year, they literally would not be able to stop thinking about the other one even if they wanted to. Shane and Ilya are in the same division, so they would be playing each other a maximum of 4 times a year, but usually 3 to 4 is how many times you would play another team in your division during your 82 game schedule. And that kind of seems like almost a pretty easy thing to resist, right? It's sort of like that show Too Hot to Handle. It's like, okay, you can resist 3 to 4 to 5, 6 times a year. Except for the fact that no matter how hard these two guys try to stop thinking about each other, this is their bitter rival that goes so far away from just the two of them. This is institutionalized hatred that is going to happen no matter who is in that other jersey, and it's elevated by the fact that they're in the same draft class and they're both trying to save these struggling franchises that are part of the original 6, and that they're both being viewed as these possible saviors of their franchises, which means that nonstop there is going to be a world where they're constantly asked about the other guy even when they're not playing each other. And so I think the other part of it that you get in this little montage that really kind of heightens the stakes to their secret relationship is that the idea of their relationship getting out on its own would be bad enough, right? The idea of them being outed in a league where there's not a single gay player out is scary enough, but the context of the two of them actually being together is even scarier because there is this institutionalized kind of hatred that is kind of the fun of sports, but is also definitely a big element of the reason why they shouldn't be together. Everything about their dynamic, whether it's on ice or in the bedroom, has this constant push and pull of competitiveness until one of them pushes it too close to softness, and then you see a little bit of a freak out. Understanding the fact that these two guys, no matter how much they try to stop thinking about each other, are always going to be reminded by the media, by the fan base, by their teammates, and by their coaches of the other guy. They have been put in this situation where you would love to stop thinking about this person who's too dangerous for you. But also, not only is everyone reminding you of him in what feels like every single day of the season, he's also the only one who can get into that competitive edge with you and, so to speak, sort of like meet your freak, you know? There's not more of a perfectly cut partner than your literal rival. And I think it creates this sort of magnetic push and pull that informs every part of their relationship in such a strong way.